Hi everyone, in this video we are going to start backend API development. We are going to create upload API and get API as we discussed in the previous video of API documentation creation. Here we use Spring Boot MEC framework to build API. The purpose of upload API is to add job detail in database and get API is to display uploaded job details. Let's start. First we need to create database in MySQL. Here you can see in this image the database HRS job portal has to be created in our local MySQL workbench. So click database in the MySQL workbench menu and give schema name. Schema is also called as database. When you click apply, it will create HRS job portal database in our MySQL workbench. Let's see how to connect this database with our backend project. This is the Spring Boot project. Here we have created as HRS job portal project. In resource folder, we can able to see application property. Here we need to provide DB name in data source URL and followed by root username and its password. By this, we can able to connect it to our local MySQL workbench and we can able to create table in HRS job portal and do any CRUD operations through our API. Then HRS job portal database, we have to create table. For that, we can able to see model package. Model package contains classes through which we can able to create table in the database. It contains table name and fields required for the respective table. Here we are going to store job details, right? So we need to create job detail table in HRS job portal database. So just right click the model package and create new class and give the name as job detail. It will create class as job detail dot java since it is a Java class. Already I have created one example. So you can see job detail dot java. Let's see how to create table. Here we have to give the author detail with date creation and description of the project. Then using table annotation, we can able to name the table. Here job detail is the table name followed by fields. We need to declare what are the fields going to present in job detail table. These fields and all we will get from API documentation. And then for that field, we need constructor and getter setter. Then only we can able to post data and get data from that table. For that, we don't need to do manually. In Spring Boot itself, we are having the option. So just right click this class and source. You can able to see generate constructor using fields and as well as generate getter setters. So like that, we can able to create constructor with fields and getter setter easily in just one click. That's it. We can able to create job detail table in HRS job portal database. Now we need to create JPA repository for this model. For that, we have to create job detail repository in repository package. JPA repository contains built-in queries, so we don't need to write any manual queries. If we want, we can write custom queries. Otherwise, it can do all the CRUD operation by itself. So same as model package, we have to right click the repository package, and here we don't need class, we need to create interface. So interface, click the interface and give the name as job detail repository. Here I have created already one example. In this example, we can able to see we have extended the JPA repository. JPA repository is the built-in class. It contains all the queries. In parameter, we are going to give the table class like job detail class. So using this JPA repository, we can do upload, get any operation from database like job detail table as request and response. Here also we have to mention who has created this file. So these are the benefits when we use frameworks. Frameworks has many built-in libraries and dependencies. It will reduce our work. So JPA repository is completely related to SQL queries. Then after that, we need to create payload. Payload contains request and response. So we need to get data from user. For that, we need to create a request class. And response class is from our API. If the data gets posted means we have to send response to the user like data stored successfully, job created successfully. That and all comes under the response. Request or the data we get as an input from the user. So right click the payload package and create new Java class as job detail request. I have already created one. Here it was similar to model class. We have to give the all the fields required from the user like job ID, job name, skill set required, that and all. And here also we have to create getter setter, but we don't need any constructor in request. We just need getter to get data, and to set data we need setter. As I said, you can create by just one click in source. Then at last controller. Here only we will create API. It's like a brain of the MEC model. Here you can see job management controller. In this job management controller, I have created two API, add job detail API and get job detail API. This is what we have discussed in API documentation. We have to use the same name we declared in the API documentation. First, we can able to start with controller annotation. Then only Spring consider this class as controller. Here we need to give request mapping. You can see API is like a URL. For that, we need to give request mapping followed by post mapping or get mapping or put mapping or delete mapping, like that it will follows. So an API looks like API slash job management slash add job detail. This is the way to access a API. Then followed by post mapping. Post mapping contains add job detail. Here I have created one method. Inside that method, I have declared try catch. Then only we can able to see the exception clearly. Then inside this try, I have declared one object get job detail using job detail model. In that I am getting all the data from user using payload, job detail request payload we have created, right? From that we will get the job name, like experience, all the fields we need to save. And here using JPA repository we are going to save the given data. Like you can see, object job detail repository. Here I have auto-wide the job detail repository and declared it to the one variable. So using that variable, I'm going to save the data without any queries. It will automatically save the data using JPA repository. If you have any exception, means it will throw it in the catch. So that's it. Using this API, we can be able to store the job details data. And get API. So here we don't need any try catch statement. In just one line of code, we can able to retrieve data from database. So for this too, we don't need any queries to write by ourselves. API repository itself has built-in query to get all the data. Just we need to give JPA repository as find all. Find all means it will get the all the data in the job detail table and return the data to display in our UI. That's how we have to create APIs. So these 4 packages are very important. To create table, we need to create classes in model with fields, and JPA repository. It contains built-in queries to do CRUD operations without any manual queries, followed by payload. It contains request and response. Request is like a input from user, and response we give the output for the input of the user. And in controller, we will write the API code, like it contains request mapping, followed by based on the requirement, it is post map or get map or delete or put. Here also we have to mention author details. Let's test the API in next video during unit testing. Follow HireRankers and make use of it. Please share and subscribe. Thank you.